clearly in opposition to.
Now, Secretary Pompeo has seemingly backed down a little bit from what he has been referring to as the Wuhan virus. We've seen this after a call between President Trump and President Xi in China. But it did, the Wuhan virus meme that came from Pompeo did break up a G7 foreign ministers call last week where they couldn't reach agreement on steps forward because of the insistence by the American Secretary of State that this be blamed on China.
Andrea, it's shameful. I mean, for the United States to be race baiting and to be a virus which never has a flag, can't have a flag, as being the provenance of one country, is designed to be divisive. It's designed to stigmatize people of Asian descent. And it's certainly not the way the leadership of the United States, the Secretary of State, the President of the United States ought to be behaving in the best of times, but certainly not in a crisis. The reality is that viruses can arise in any corner of the globe and spread to any corner of the globe. In 2009, when we were dealing with the swine flu pandemic, that arose in North America, in Mexico, and then in the United States before it spread across the planet. So it doesn't serve us well. It doesn't serve the objective of squelching the virus globally to brand it in nationalistic or xenophobic or racist terms. We all have to work together on this. We can stamp out this virus effectively, eventually in the United States. China may be able to do it on its side of the world, but if it's not stamped out everywhere, it will come back, be resurgent, and be our problem yet again. So the reality of this is we have a global problem. It's worse in the United States right now. It's worse, frankly, than it needed to be, given lack of preparedness, given a lack of focus, given downplaying of the threat, a lost 2 months where the administration didn't take the time that we could have utilized to put in place the mechanisms so that we had the masks, we had the ventilators, we had the tests, and now we're playing catch up. But it didn't need to be this bad. When the President of the United States gleefully says on Sunday that we will have done a very good job if we can limit the deaths in the United States to 100 to 200,000 people, I'm not sure what circle of hell one has to be in for that to be a very good outcome. It's a tragic, terrible outcome. And now Ambassador Deborah Birx, the White House coordinator, is saying that's the best case scenario if we all do our utmost. So this is a challenge that we have first and foremost here in the United States, but it's also a global challenge. It's going to require all of us to do our parts, from social distancing to supporting our healthcare workers and our first responders. And it's going to require presidential leadership of a sort we've not yet ever seen from Donald Trump.
And finally, we just have a few seconds left. I just want to